Good morning. We're in Bennington still. We are going to go get some free breakfast from the people that ran Trailfest. So we're walking almost a mile for food this morning, and I already got coffee. Incidentally, I got Green Mountain coffee, which is made right here in Vermont. I'm having fun with this game, seeing how many things I can figure out I use in daily life that are made in Vermont. At any rate, it's like 70 something degrees this morning and it feels amazing. And not only was Tinker staying at the motel last night, but we met a guy named Tupac this morning who happened to be sharing a room with Hi Def, who is next door to Buzzsaw and Greybush. So everybody's here and it's so nice. And I think everybody's going to breakfast, and then we are actually hiking today because it's a really beautiful day and we've got to go some places because we can't just stay in Bennington forever. Also, we're passing some really pretty flowers. I like flowers. We just got an amazing breakfast at the Blue Benn diner in Bennington. 10 out of 10 recommend. It was incredible food, and because we were here for Trailfest weekend, they actually gave us our breakfast for free, which was amazing. So thank you so much to the town of Bennington and the Blue Benn diner. It was amazing, and now my stomach is full and we have to go climb a mountain. Oh dear. Well, good morning. It's 9:30 and we're finally back on trail again. And we're walking next to this really beautiful stream. And it poured a lot yesterday, so the stream is definitely full. And we got a ride back to trail this morning from Steve, who is one of the volunteers from the Trailfest. So thank you so much, Steve. You saved us a 5-mile walk uphill. And now we are starting our hike. We're doing about 14 and a half today. To hopefully get to the Kid Gore Shelter. And the guys told me it's supposed to be in the 70s today, and when I opened my video this morning I said it was in the 70s. It was actually in the 50s. Apparently I'm just really bad at telling temperature, which is not surprising to me. Also, it's already a stream bed and lots of mud. This is very Vermont-y. So, while I'm climbing this giant mountain, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what happened a couple of days ago, because I know I just kind of glossed over it the next morning. But 2 days ago, as you guys probably remember, I did not have a very long video, at least for the end of the day, because I was not doing well for the entire latter half of that day. It was in the 80s again, very high humidity. Started out the morning trying to hike on 3 hours of sleep, which was mistake number one. And then it was super hot, so my body started going into heat exhaustion pretty quick, pretty early on in the day, because it's just what it does. My body does not handle heat well. And unfortunately, I think between the exhaustion and starting that heat exhaustion, and probably just generally overall being dehydrated and not eating enough overall, my body started kind of shutting down. So I was super nauseous the entire day, and really couldn't eat anything, which our bodies are burning estimated between 6,000 and 8,000 calories a day, because we're doing an average of 15 miles over really rough terrain with 30 to 35 pounds on our back. And we're doing this when it's almost 90 degrees out and very high humidity. And the guys told me that their best estimate for my calorie intake on that day was maybe 800 calories total for the entire day. So it's not hard. You don't have to be a healthcare professional to do that kind of math. I need 8,000 and I had 800. So if you do the wrong thing for the right amount of time, you can jack up your body just about any way. And for me, it's been dropping my blood sugar, which I'm not diabetic, but like I said, you don't put enough in, but you take enough out, you're gonna end up in, you know, in the red. So at any rate, ended up getting what I think was very hypoglycemic, in addition to being heat exhausted and exhausted and dehydrated, because the other thing with being nauseous is you can't really drink a whole lot of fluids. And there came a point in the day, like after we left the new shelter, where my brain was just spinning in circles and I couldn't think straight, but I knew enough that I needed to keep hiking. And finally it got to the point where I'd been going in circles for hours in my head, and something clicked, and I was like, I need to ask the guys the questions that keep going round and round in my head, because there's something wrong and I can't explain that to them. And thankfully we were at a point where I could just sit down, and sat down, and MCS said I asked him the same question about 4 times. So thankfully he had some fruit snacks, which was a very fast sugar. And after I ate that, it was like the fog lifted and we were able to hike out. But I'm trying to be a lot more careful, because that's not a good situation to be in. And that's not a good situation for my body or for the guys to have to be in. But it wasn't intentional, honestly. A lot of times when people start a through hike, they have a hard time eating. There's nothing on trails really appetizing to them. Most of the time, hikers get what's called the hiker hunger, where you're just hungry all the time. Like you could probably eat a moose over time, and I haven't gotten that. Sorry, I just ran into Rainbow Tiger and stopped to chat for a bit. But yeah, hiker hunger, I never got that. Instead, I got we've been eating the same food for 4.5 months while on trail. And now if I look at a bar, like a protein bar, my gag reflex gets triggered. So I've been having a really hard time taking in enough calories to account for what I'm putting out. So that being said, it's been a very interesting struggle that I haven't actually, I never anticipated having to do. So I've been trying really hard to remember to put a focus on eating and snacking, because at this point, you know, me not being able to get enough calories in jeopardizes my hike and the safety of the guys in my group. So that's something for me to work on, because I definitely don't want something to happen like happened 2 days ago again. So that's the very long-winded explanation for why there wasn't a lot of content a couple days ago. And I'm so grateful for my family, who made sure that I got down the mountain okay. And they made sure that after I slept for 12 hours, I woke up again. So, you know, I'm very grateful for them. And, you know, I'm doing my best to really make sure that I'm taking care of my body too. So there it is. Thanks for listening, guys. There's Bennington. You can see the War Memorial obelisk in the bottom right. That's so cool. We were just there this morning. Here it is, going into the Green Mountains. Hi. Hi. I'm confused. Yeah. You know what? Tell me on the other side. Ah, it's so cold! Yeah, he is. You got this, MC! Oh, yeah, they're wet. Nice. Oh, my hair is really crazy. Oops. It was a good day today. It was very cool. And I didn't sweat through everything, and it was very nice. And every time we stopped, I got cold, which is perfect. So it was a lovely day today. Very much enjoyed it, and everything was beautiful. And we're tented in a very awkward spot tonight. And Snapshot was gonna be my bestie, but then it didn't work because we're both pitched on rocks. So now I just have to eyeball him through his vestibule at a weird slant. Hi, MC.
Hello.
I can see MC though.
Hi.
And High Def and Lord Gravish and Buzzsaw and 2-pack might be tenting over there, which will be hilarious because there's basically no tenting anywhere. It's a very small spot. I don't remember what else we did today. It was a nice day. That's really all there is to it. And I didn't almost die today, so that's a plus. And now we're gonna eat some dinner. And it's gonna be great. And then I can sleep, which is also gonna be great. Because I feel tired all the time. Because we're asking so much of our bodies and they're so worn down by this point. So good night, everyone.